Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to the Healed Healer Tarot. This is the consecration of your spiritual journal that you will create for your time here with me on the channel. We will be exploring things like your destiny number, your birth number, your soul path. We'll be looking at your astrological makeup and what it is that you are meant to learn, grow, and expand through during your time here at this point in time on Earth. How you are here to help raise the collective consciousness of the universe to a higher vibration as we all grow and emerge into this new world. So this channel is really dedicated to the practical uses of tarot and how we can use tarot in our everyday lives to help elevate the collective consciousness one unique soul at a time. So let's get into your journals. Now, I just want to share with you a few of my journals. I've been keeping journals for many years, and I have a few of them here because I do have journals that I use for different things. This specific journal was my last year's 2019 journal. Be the change that you want to see in the world. I simply love Gandhi. This is was just one of my regular journals. It's a journal that I use to talk about my reflections of the day, things that I wanted to accomplish in my life, how I plan to grow and expand, and I'll probably end up doing a video on that later. One of the things that I often do right at the end of the year is I'll start to write out my journal for the year. I'll reflect on the goals that I set at the beginning of the year. I will look at my accomplishments and I'll review my journal and really understand in what emotional space I was in during that year. And then I will begin to write out the journal, things that I accomplished, things that I, in reflection, things that I've learned, and then I will start the process of creating the journal for the new year. So creating the journal for the new year always starts with cleansing the journal, setting the intention for the journal, what it is that I want to accomplish in that upcoming year, and then I'll write in the beginning pages what my intentions are. I'll write down my goals for the year. I'll say a little bit about what I've learned for the year from before. I'll sometimes set up, a purpose for that year, what it is that I want to accomplish, how I want to live my life, something that I want to further evolve, grow, and expand about myself. The same. Consecration of a journal is consecration of a journal. It just means blessing the journal and getting the journal prepared and ready for you to put in your spiritual thoughts, beliefs, and notes. It is also a mechanism of like scribing. So you're actually thinking, creating, and writing and putting your intentions out into the universe so that they can be manifest. So the readings that we will be doing together are new moon readings, where you will be reflecting on where you've come from. You will be setting intentions for the things that you want to see manifest and bring into existence, into fruition. And this particular journal is black. It says be happy because that is my pursuit, is always the pursuit of happiness. I love that movie, but it really rang true for me. We all just want to be happy and we all just want to become fully self-actualized beings. And so this particular journal is black. It's depicting of the new moon. There in the darkness is the fertile energy from which all things emanate, right? And our thoughts. And then there's that spark that comes, which is the divine golden light of intuition that helps us to bring forth all things. Nothing can be brought forth into form, into realization, into materialization without thought having first come into it. So this is my new moon journal. And at the beginning of every, at the new moon. And so the new moon energies, I would write in my new moon intentions. I would do meditation, smudging blessings, setting intentions and prayers. And then I would write all of those new moon energies into this book, things that I want to manifest. Now, on the full moon, it's a little bit different. Full moon is all about things that need to be transmuted, released, or changed. Things that no longer serve you well in your life as you evolve upon the journey, things that you learn that you need to release from your life that are holding you back and keeping you from evolving to higher energy, to higher levels of existence, to higher consciousness, to full enlightenment and full self-actualization. So during the full moon, it's a little different. You smudge, you bless, you pray, you write down all of the things that you know have become cumbersome in your life that are really weighing you down and holding you down and that are not for your greatest good and highest emanation. And then you burn those and you release them at the time of the full moon into the universe, so that when the new moon comes in or when the new moon comes back around, you're able to release all of those negative things, things that don't serve you, things that don't help uplift you, things that are lower vibrational, and so that you can align more fully with your purpose. And that's the intent of the full moons, and we'll talk about that a little bit more. This one is thoughts, notes, musing. These are like quests, ideas, big plans, things that these are business things. These are things that I want to create in my life. It's a little bit different than my regular journal, which I do explore those things, but these are divine inspirations. These are what I call my aha moments, when I'm getting downloads, when I'm awakening to something that spirit wants me to identify with or to see. I'll get those downloads, and then those downloads go into here. But the way that I consecrate the journals are pretty much all the same. So this particular journal is my new journal for this year. And I always say use a brand new journal. Don't use a journal that has energy already in it, where you've kind of like ripped the pages out. I like to select my journals. It's a very conscious. Remember what we talk about, doing things with intention. It's a very conscious process. So let's jump right into how to consecrate our journals. So the first thing I do is I select and pick a journal that I want to put in my soul work. And what that means is, at the end of all of the videos, you'll be given questions to ask yourself and to further elaborate or process or evaluate or reflect on. You'll answer those questions for them within yourself. You'll take notes from the readings that we do together. You'll do the chakra energy and healing work. And then you'll write about how you're transforming and changing and awakening to these new principles, skills, processes, and abilities throughout your life. So when I first start this process, the first thing I do is I light some candles, and I already have my candles lit. I will light incense. When I'm doing things like this, I specifically like to light things like sage. I also have my Florida water, which I use to cleanse my hands, my heart, my mind, my chakras, my energies, and my spirit before every reading. And I smudge and bless the space. I also have the Florida water in an aerosol that I use. I keep that one in my room because I spray my pillows with it to keep away the negative energies, negative thoughts, things of that nature, to help me to sleep peacefully at night. But that's the first step in the process, is I set the mood. I set the intention. I ground myself with meditation. I take deep breaths in, and I hold for 7 seconds, and I release and hold for 7 seconds. And I do that a number of times, just with the thought and the intention of what it is that I'm doing at that time. As you can see, be the change that you want to see in the world. This is one of my mantras. This is something that I live by. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you, with that justice energy. I am a Libra. I have Libra and air energy in 6 places in my chart. I have a little bit of Aquarius and a little bit of Gemini, but I have 4 placements of Libra in my chart. So I am 6th placement of air. Very intuitive, very intuitive, yeah. I get the downloads, man. I get the downloads. And those are some of the things that was kind of hard for me to understand in my early development and in my early processes, is really understanding what energy was mine versus what energies is others, how to manage and control that energy. And we'll talk a lot about that for our empaths and our highly intuitives as we work together and learn and grow and expand together, how to tap into that energy, how to not be afraid of that energy, how to control that energy. We'll really get to do a lot of work. And that's where your soul journal is going to come into, to help you to explore the self work and to really tap into you as a spiritual being. So I set the stage for the environment. I light a candle. I ground myself. I do a little brief meditation. I do a meditation by Gina Spriggs that I love. That really helps me to ground myself. It helps me to tap into my intuitive senses. It helps me to release all negative energy and things like that from my body. I always say cleanse my mind, cleanse my body, cleanse my spirit, cleanse my auras, cleanse my chakras, cleanse my energy. I realize that I am a multi-dimensional energy body and that I hold energy in different things in different places. And a part of your patronage here to the channel, those are the things that we'll explore together so that you can also be awakening to the multiple facets of your spiritual body and of yourself. So once we do that, we then get our sage. And we light our sage and we get our sage together and we smudge and bless our space. So I like to smudge and bless my space first and foremost and ask that we release from this space all negative energy and that we call in only the highest vibration of love and light and energies for the greatest good and highest emanation of ourselves and for all those who are involved, right? Doing everything with the proper intention. Remember, we talked about that magician energy and really understanding what your intention is behind the things that you do. Smudging and blessing and clearing this space. Infinite Spirit, open the way to smudge, bless, cleanse this space of all negativity in the perfect way. For I am an irresistible magnet for all messages of only the highest vibration of love and light, for the highest and greatest good of all those who need to hear them. And I smudge and I bless myself. I bless my hands and I bless my heart. I bless my intuitive senses. I cleanse my mind. I cleanse my body. I cleanse my spirit. And I cleanse my space. So I have my sage incense burning. I cleanse the space and where I am. I meditate. I ground myself. I release all negative thoughts, feelings, and energies. And then I turn my attention to my journal. Smudging and blessing your journal and clearing it of all the negative energy, any energy that it might have picked up at the store that you bought it from, on the ride home, any energies that may be in your home and in your environment, anything that you don't want, you smudge and bless that journal, and you sit in prayer and in intention, and you set the intention for your journal. So the intention for this journal is going to be to awaken to your soul's purpose. Any other blessings or anything else that you want to send energy-wise into this journal is what you're going to do. You pray over it. You ask for your guides, your angels, the highest vibration of love and light, the divine, all in all, almighty, true and living God, whatever your spiritual beliefs, rather you call it universe, rather you call it source, rather you call it the divine, rather you call it God, whatever it is that is your I am, call it in. Call in those energies, your spirit guides, your ancestors, your angels, your all the divine, universal energy, source energy, and you ask to bless the journal and the journey that you are taking within it, that you may be awakened to your purpose, to your highest intent, and that you may align more fully with source energy, and that you may become the highest version of yourself so that you can live with intent and purpose, and that you can live your best life. And then I like to open up to the first page of the journal. I already have information and activities in mind, so I'm going to keep it closed. But you want to open up to that first page of your journal, and you want to write down what your intentions are. I intend this journal to help me to explore myself more deeply, more fully, to align more with my spiritual self, to awaken to the practical uses of tarot and how I can use tarot, astrology, numerology, the hermetic laws, universal laws and principles more fully in my life, so that I can start to manifest and build the life of abundance that is mine by my divine right. I want you to know and understand that this is a plentiful world, and that there is nothing that is lacking except for our knowledge and understanding of ourselves and of the universe. And if we were taught that we were the creators and manifestors of our own world, and that anything that we wanted to manifest or achieve in this world that we could, we would live without fear. And we would live out of that energy of the fool, which is all faithful, and that knows that is divinely guided and protected always. And there is no fear in taking a leap of faith, because you know that every experience that you encounter in your life is raising you to your highest version of yourself. That is connecting you more fully with your higher self and with the divine and with your divinity, your birthright. You are meant to be abundant. You are meant to be happy. You are meant to have love and be loved and show love and express love and live in joy. And that is the purpose of this channel, to awaken you to your true purpose so that you too can become a fully self-actualized human being. So thank you so much for visiting me on my channel. Consecrate your journals. Get ready for the process. I am so happy and excited to be here. I do have to say, God has been pushing me to do this, and I have been dragging my feet for over 2 years. But I know I have to show up in my purpose, and I have to show up and begin to teach the things that I have been blessed to learn over this past 45 years of my life. Yes, I am aging myself, and I am extremely happy to be in the now and being fully present in who I am. And I'm sharing myself authentically with you. Thank you so much for joining me here on my channel. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and share this information with others. Visit me on my website at thehealedhealertarot.com. If you haven't already done so, make sure you get a free copy of your birth chart, full name, date of birth, city and state you were born in, and the time that you were born. Enter that information as you register, and you will receive a free birth chart as well as a complimentary gift just for visiting me over there on my website. Make sure you visit me on Facebook and become a part of my Facebook Soul Joiner family, as we will work together to uplift the collective consciousness, one unique soul at a time. Thank you so much, Soul Joiners, and I'm wishing you nothing but love, peace, blessings, happiness, and abundance be unto you until our soul paths cross again. Namaste.